Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I hope you're having an amazing DefaiCon. We've got an amazing panel, actually. I'm really excited about this one. I decided to take it on myself. So, yes, we have Vader from Vader AI. We got Vladimir from Alphakek, Fillip from Cookie3, and Jared from Billy Bets. Let's go. All right, guys. Maybe we'll start with some very quick introductions. We can start with Jared and come back this way.
Working now?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Name's Jared Augustine, co-founder at Billy Bets. Erhan, thank you very much for having me today. Look forward to speaking with you all. Quick backstory. I'm an entrepreneur, started a few different businesses in the Web 2.0 space. Thuzio, an online marketplace for booking professional athletes. Julius, a influencer marketing software application. Exited those businesses. I spent over a decade in creator media and sports. Started a startup studio called Mega Labs. And out of Mega Labs, we incubated and launched Billy Bets. Billy is a sports betting AI. What that means is Billy can deploy betting strategies on your behalf, develop those strategies, deploy those strategies on your behalf, and help you find the best price for your bet. That's Billy. Happy to be here.
Fillip, hi, great everyone. I'm CEO and co-founder of Cookie3 and core contributor to CookieDAO. We are basically building the ultimate crypto intelligence for the businesses and investors. So basically, we believe in the agentic economy of the future, in which we want to become the main intelligence layer to provide and integrate with plenty of different execution layers in the future. So yeah, thanks for having me and keen to talk with you guys.
Hello. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm Vladimir from Alphakek. We build custom AI models, workflows, frameworks and other integrations for crypto, for data analysis, for content generation, and more. I personally trained my first AI model over 10 years ago, I think. And I'm a huge fan of crypto. And now I'm just combining my two passions together. Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is Vader, founder of Vader AI. Erhan, thanks for having me. We're one of the largest agents on Virtuals protocol. We run a pre-sale platform built on top of Virtuals, and excited to be with all the panelists today.
All right, guys. So I think one of the most exciting things happening in DeFi and AI agents right now is the agent commerce protocol that's being built on Virtuals. I know they're building an autonomous media house that I think you guys are working on, an autonomous AI hedge fund. And I think it's going to be really exciting to see this actually come to life. But before we get started, with the Genesis Launchpad doing some amazing returns, Vader, how do we earn some more Virgin points?
So, great question. Right now, Virtual's new Launchpad, the pre-sale Launchpad, basically almost all deals are generating a return that are above 1. The best one returned 30, 35x so far. The second best one returned 30. There has been only about 8 deals as of this morning. And to get into these deals, you need to have points. The deals are not over allocated, so everyone gets, as long as you bid points, you get pre-sale allocation. But to get points, you need to either trade Virtuals agents, which is a bit like Blur, where by trading agents, you're farming points. Or you can gap, so you can tweet and you can shitpost and earn points. Or one other way is you can stake Vader AI's token, and by staking Vader, you get additional points as well.
All right, guys, look, so obviously everyone's excited about autonomous AI agent swarms. There's a lot of buzzwords flying around. But realistically, what are the current, actual applications that you think we're going to see that finally will actually add, real value into our ecosystem? What do you think the first, applications will be of ACP, for example?
Yeah, I can start. Yeah, so ACP, guys ask me not to share a bit too much until it's fully released in public, but I can say it's 99% ready. We're running the agent literally right now. It's, I think, one of the very first examples of when agents will start and ecosystems will start collaborating with each other, not trying to take the value from each other. So it will be a positive sum game, and I think that so it will be a positive sum game, and if you have an edge with your agents, you'll get a lot of value in return. Even if you don't have an edge, just the fact that it's a positive sum game, I think you'll benefit from this as well, just from participating from it. Thank you.
All right, so I mean, Jared, obviously Billy Bets have a new terminal that's coming out. I think you're slowly rolling it out. What have you learned so far in your journey with Billy Bets? With the betting markets that you're seeing at the moment, where's the arbitrage coming from? How's the traction been so far?
Let's see, and I also want to just shout Vader. Billy launched with Vader on virtuals as well. So great partner here on this stage. So let's see where our product is at, and we think it's trying to follow this market is initially we introduced the agent as the first agent that was able to bet out of its own wallet. So we are feeding Billy data, various betting sources, notably Sports Tensor, which is a partner of ours that built on the BitTensor network that was feeding potential bets, potential sides to Billy, along with a variety of other sources. And then Billy goes out and alongside his own research, determines where the edge is and places the bet. That was the V1 of Billy. And he places bets right now on 5 different sports. NBA was our first, MLB. We just launched EPL, golf as well. That was the V1, just betting out of a wallet and showing everyone what an agent could do, how it could make its own decisions. The way you participate in that product would be buying the Billy token. When Billy wins, he burns token. Very simple V1 just to help people understand what it was capable of. Now, the terminal and what we're launching and what we're excited about in the market is actually being able to enable users to deploy a personalized agent on your behalf to follow Billy in the categories, the sports, and the timeline that you're interested in. So what does that mean? It might mean that I'm interested in having Billy place bets over an NFL weekend just for the weekend. And I want to follow, and I want to lean underdog. And that's my strategy. Those are my inputs for Billy. Now Billy makes decisions about what bets to take with those basic inputs I provided. So that's an example of where we think the market's going to go, is that you'll have some inputs, the agent will make decisions, and you can have a bit more of a passive betting experience, but still really enjoy that, oh, look at this. I'm on this game right now at this moment. Let me turn this on and follow. So that's a bit on where we think the market's going. There's more to say, but our new terminal product 2.0 enables you to have the agent deploy a strategy on your behalf and identify and find the best lines for the bets that you're interested in taking across the varied betting exchanges that are available in the market.
So, Fillip, obviously you guys have been building in the marketing space. You've got amazing data with Cookie.fun, with all your AI agent information you've got on there. How do you see the future of Web3 marketing in general, utilizing autonomous AI agents? Do you think that's going to completely take over? How is that going to transform the marketing space?
Yeah, I think ultimately we will experience something like agent-to-agent marketing, where agents will be negotiating between each other in terms of what to sell and buy from each other. So everyone will be having kind of like an AI assistant concierge that will exactly know what are your needs, your goals, like life goals, your priorities, and so on. And those agents, like personal ones, will be buying from the selling agents. So there should be like the whole economy around that probably in the future, which I think will be having the rails on blockchain, which is the most usable to actually implement it on. So this is I would say the ultimate, but I think it will happen across the next 2 years, frankly. In general, we think that automations generally are the first step towards this vision. So we are also like testing all of this like Web2 stack in terms of like automations of different agents that are specializing in specific marketing branches and fields. They are pretty archaic still, but ultimately I think we are heading to this like full agentic world of like marketing in the future as well.
So, like, it's well reported that, there's going to be more transactions on chain by AI agents than humans by, people say the end of the year or next year. It's coming soon. So with that in mind, what new industries or economic sectors do you believe are going to emerge purely because of this AI-driven economies that are being built at the moment?
Yeah, I think there are like two words, intent and taste. So like artificial intelligence is very good at replacing intelligence, but not so great, hopefully, and like likely so far, at replacing intent, like vision for something. So far, that's the thing that only humans have. And hopefully it will stay like that and we won't get completely replaced. But I would compare this to, for example, chiseling, like carving something from a wood. You have like this like wood brick, and to get something you need to reduce, you need to remove unnecessary parts. You have an AI that, like, when you have an AI agent that's capable of everything, to be able as a human to like actually like operate with him, you should be able like to reduce some of its functionality, make it like more predictable and understandable for you. And that's like what intent and taste is. And I think like adding also like to concierge service, one like thought that I had in light of like recent events from OpenAI, when you like newest version of GPT-4o just like reaffirms everything that you are saying, and Zurich University researchers publishing that like they already have AI agents that like are better at convincing people than real people. I think that like talking to agents directly, other agents, not your own, will be dangerous. It will be so great at negotiating deals that it will just like leave you without the money. So you'll have to use.
Yeah, that's why probably like the reputation of the agents will be like required to actually deal with this whole economy. Because if your agent is dealing with like some scammy agent, that could be a problem for you ultimately. So I think like the reputation generally of the agents would be like the must-have in this like future economy, for example.
Yeah. It could be just like really good at trading, much better than you, and you will have like another agent that also like as good. But yeah, I agree.
So what do you guys think are the main challenges like stopping us right now for AI agents to become mainstream and used by the masses? Obviously Billy's aimed at the whole, anyone that does gambling, anyone that's into sports. You guys are definitely aimed at the mainstream. What are the biggest challenges you guys are facing at the moment?
Well, I think it's really just awareness and a matter of time. You asked a question about what new markets will develop.
Yeah.
I can't describe a new market. I can describe a shift in the market. The global sports betting handle is 250 billion. Some say 300 billion. 1 to 3% of that happens on exchanges, effectively peer-to-peer, prediction markets and exchanges. Only 1 to 3%. The best price for every bet is on an exchange. It's always better on an exchange than a book because a book takes a vig. So why is exchange volume so low? Why is it only 1 to 3%? But there's a few reasons. One is the UI. It's hard. It's not as easy as going into some of the sports books that have built these tremendous mobile apps. It's a bit intimidating. Two, and this is the big reason, is liquidity. There's not enough liquidity on those peer-to-peer exchanges. And so you can always get your bet down on a book, even though you know you're paying a worse price. Three is that the books are so good at marketing. Well, if you think about an agent placing bets on behalf of a user, they overcome all three of those hurdles. One, liquidity will be provided by agents. Books and other entrepreneurs will back agents that take sides in markets on those exchanges, providing greater liquidity. Two, the agent it's deaf to marketing efforts by the books. It doesn't care. It's just looking for the best price. So it's not going to care about that. And three, it'll take the time to learn all of these new exchanges on how to move across the decentralized exchanges across the wallet, with its wallet across those exchanges to get the best bet down. And so we believe that demand for those exchanges, that 1 to 3%, will grow exponentially over the next 5 years as users begin to deploy as bettors are regular to deploy agents to bet on their behalf. So that's a big shift in the market. We think that's going to happen. The hurdle is just doing the work and getting the product where it needs to be for people to enjoy it, I think.
What's the current ROI that you're seeing on Billy Bets at the moment?
So we have different ROIs we're tracking at this various sport level. We have, I think it's 30% plus on NCAA, 35% on EPL. I think it's 27% on golf. And then we're like -3% on MLB and -4% on NBA. If you ask our team and the creation of the strategy behind NBA, they will blame the All-Star break and what happens after the All-Star break, which was a lesson from this year for us. But yeah, overall, we're happy with performance.
So, Vader, obviously, you did a really amazing job with your EAOs, and now you're obviously working with the Virgin, Genesis Launchpad, sorry. And so, obviously, then you must have a lot of good deal flow of AI agents that are coming. You can see people reaching out to you, wanting to work with you guys that we haven't seen yet. So, what are you seeing in terms of like new applications of AI agents that are in the pipeline?
Yeah, I'll say more or less the same stuff that we've seen 3-4 months ago. Just a lot of teams that were that paused launching their tokens. They delayed. They're waiting for better market conditions. They want to launch. A lot of the DefaiCon stuff, automating, yield farming, intent-based trading. I'm not very familiar with the different DeFi principles. Those ones, other than that, a lot of entertainment, a lot of like text to video, image to video generation, which leads to longer format movies, fully AI generated movies. Like some stuff, I gotta be honest, they don't need an agent for it. It's just teams that are opportunistically kind of promoting their project as an agent to monetize and capitalize over the AI agent meta.
And what's like, obviously you stopped doing your EAOs now. Like, so what's next for Vader? Like, what are you guys working on?
Yeah, so right now the staking provides a very clear benefit in terms of the points and preset allocations. We are working on, we still haven't announced it yet, but we're working on improving, fine-tuning our own text-to-video and image-to-video models. And we're going to target a very specific niche there.
Okay, so, Fillip, obviously, Cookie.fun is, you have a broad overview of everything that's going on in the market. You have some amazing statistics for everyone to tap into. You also have your own agent, Cookie, as well. What is next for you guys? Like, what are you guys working on for the autonomous agent side of things?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for that. So basically, right now, Cookie.fun, as you know, is only providing insights about AI agents market itself. We will be going soon sector agnostic, so we'll be covering literally all of the tokens from every and each sector of crypto. And ultimately, the goal is to become this intelligence layer for the whole crypto, both for the agents, for any other RWA tokens like DeFi and so on, for human investors and so on. So right now we are preparing to a big launch of version 1 actually of Cookie.fun, because right now it is in version 0.4, I guess. So basically the full version of the Cookie.fun wasn't launched yet, which we were building for the last half a year. So soon we will be announcing few updates regarding that. In terms of the totally new features, we are already developing AI automated insights based on all of the metrics that we are already sourcing from different sources. And basically our LLMs are already generating pretty promising insights and alpha for the traders and for the investors regarding specific assets on chain. So basically we will be also including those kind of AI features within new Cookie.fun, which will also improve the UX dramatically, I would say, and the whole experience for the users that will be either automating their trades or just want to start researching specific niche.
Vladimir, you're obviously a builder. I think you've worked in AI for a very long time, but way before this all blew up, I think. So if you had unlimited resource, unlimited talent, what one agent-based project would you build right now that could completely redefine the future?
Yeah, I would keep building exactly the same thing I'm building right now. So keep building like an AI ecosystem that connects other projects and ecosystems functionality together. Just do it like faster. Yeah, that's essentially it.
And you guys have done some work already with like the Pudgy Penguins and
yeah, and with ACP with virtuals as well. Yeah, so we call it Magic Gateway Protocol, and the idea is that like previously we were building a lot of custom like one out of one models for Pudgy Penguins, for example, or like for Brett, it was a content creation model like text to image generation. For other partners, we were building like stuff for off-chain data analysis, for some of them data, like for on-chain data analysis, for some of them for executing trades. And now we are realizing that actually there is a value of connecting all this functionality together. And even if we start with like someone like with Brett, for example, with Pudgy Penguins or with virtuals, we start with just like providing one side of this functionality. We realize that there's a great synergy to be explored by providing like all of this as a package, connecting them together and like trying to make them benefit each other, making it a positive sum game. So yeah, we are working on this. It will be the part of what we are building the virtuals for the ECP, and you'll hear more about this soon enough. It was a thread.
So obviously, as a builder, and obviously anyone can jump in here, there's more and more open source frameworks coming to the market every day. There's Eliza OS, there's Game, there's Rig, there's a lot. What are the frameworks that have impressed you the most, based on from a builder perspective?
There are a lot of them. I'm personally trying to stay like low level in terms of programming, so like not use like frameworks that are doing like everything for you, because they are usually like opinionated. They give you like a lot of stuff for free, but at the same time you cannot like really hack it around or like change it to work exactly as you want. For example, just for like running our own infrastructure, I like the LLM project. It was started by New York University or University of Berkeley, somewhere like American like research university. And right now it's one of the most popular like frameworks for serving AI models. It's like insanely great. If you're running just like on a single machine, single GPU, it's probably like useless for you. If you're planning to have your own like server, it's great. I think Pydantic team is doing great. So they started with like just providing a better alternative for Python developers for data classes. So right now they have this thing like called Pydantic AI and like Logfire, I think. And the idea is that like, yeah, if you're already using them, most likely you're already using those data classes, just make an easy way for you to connect them to AI models and make data structures basically like the language that AI models talk to. And of course, like ACP itself, probably you can like take a look at their GitHub and see how quickly they are iterating. It's really amazing stuff. We have like a bunch of agents interacting to each other, like executing like trades, negotiating requests for delivering sources. So of course, like Media House is more about the fun. Like we are not the hedge fund, but still just content generation and like context-aware content generation is also like a huge field. And I think we are going to like occupy quite soon.
All right, so look, Vader, you've obviously supported Billy Bets coming to market, and you've done a great job with some other projects as well. For those that are looking to launch their own AI agent projects, what would be the key 4 or 5 things that you'd give them for advice based on your experience?
Let me think. So timing is very important, obviously. It's just like launching a token. Even though these are agents, the aspect of founder-led marketing is still very, very important for the founder to be very active on social media channels and product to have some practical use case so that the audience can actually play with it, test around with it. I'll say those 2 are the main ones. Apart from that, like what we look at when we do our due diligence is we want the team to be fully committed, like no side gigs, nothing else. We want ideally the founders to be doxed. And ideally, the team to not launch other tokens in the future, not to dilute value. Because like the way I think about it, a token equals a founder. It's not like a token equals product. Otherwise, if a token equals a product, products can fail and a founder can launch 100 tokens. So what we want is we want the founders to like not give up on their tokens and continue with those tokens. Yeah.
Look, guys, if you're enjoying the panel, if you have a question, just raise your hand. I'll be more than happy to pass the microphone over to you guys. Just raise your hand if you want to ask anything. Yeah, sure.
Hi, I'm Vito from 3AS Protocol. So I'm interested to learn from the panel what is missing? Like, what is the infrastructure part that is missing that is stopping us moving forward? And when I say moving forward, I mean like connecting the dots between Web 2 and Web 3, bringing more Web 2 users to use the kind of infrastructure of Web 3. So what is missing? Where is the gap? So, thank you.
I would say like two things. So the intelligence layer, which is like the hardest part of the whole like party, because like the execution is still doable, but in terms of like coming up with like new strategies is pretty tricky. It's like holy grail actually. And the second, which is even more important, is like distribution channels. So basically, this is the same answer about like crypto adoption. We need just like Web 2 distribution channels to adopt all those technologies. So, for example, if like Grok or like Twitter would implement any of such like automation protocols of like DeFi AI, we would have like adoption in like 2 days. Until it won't happen. Like even like if Binance would do that, that would like make it much easier because they have like millions of users. So we have to wait for those like big guys with like huge user bases to actually implement those solutions, and only then I think we will see this like very massive adoption.
Yeah, I agree with Fillip. Yeah, sorry. Can I also like answer? Yeah, so I agree with Fillip, and I think Jared also like covered it a little bit earlier about like what the gaps are stopping us. So like two months ago, our team was at NVIDIA GTC 2025, and it's a conference about AI, GPU technologies, and everything. They had like thousands of companies out there, and like only 2 were from crypto, ourselves and Near AI, and it was like very, very interesting to see that. We had actually like a lot of people from healthcare, from finance, businesses like coming to us and like discussing our like knowledge graph system. So like without diving deep into details, so like takeaway is that like they're actually like interested in this tech. They want to have like AI agents that they fully control and they fully own, and like crypto actually like building answers to those questions. But like right now there is like no, I think, like communication in this regard. So actually we have like building like in crypto we are like building a solution that like would be really interesting for them, but they simply are not aware that they are happening. So I guess like it will resolve by its own during like this year as solutions that I build, like AI agent solutions that we build in crypto just like mature. But yeah, I saw that's already like demand that they just didn't know that actually there are already like solutions that they can use.
Hello everyone, I'm Daniele. I made the first article on DefaiCon AI, and it's very cool to see this whole conference coming together. And I have a cool question for Billy Bats, because one of the things that all the users always ask me is like, yeah, you can automate trading and things like that, but all the time the DJs in the trenches, they say to me like, how can I also automate betting? And this was pretty interesting to see that you're doing it. My question here, it's more specific on where do you place the bets and how does it actually work? Is it like a Web 2 platform where you place the bets, and do you manage a portfolio, or how does that work?
Yep. Thank you very much for the question. So Billy seeks out the best price it can find on a variety, a handful today, an expanding roster of betting exchanges. So it is not the 2.0. It's not the DraftKings, the FanDuel, the Bet360. The KYC process is too challenging for an agent, cumbersome for an agent to overcome. So and this is a really important point. If you believe in AI for sports betting and you believe that you sort of have to believe in exchanges, I think there's just no way that a DraftKings or a FanDuel or Bet360 is just going to open up their API to all agents to place whatever bet they want, because books historically are in the business of blocking really sophisticated sports bettors. And so exchanges are the way for an AI. And today we're using a handful. Polymarket's, one of them that people know quite well. ProfitX. There's a handful that we're using, and we're looking to expand that portfolio. So if you have a betting exchange, come say hello.
Can I just add on top of this, just a short question? So you are betting as a Billy, right? So you're not allowing users to bet through you. So Billy is the one that is
you can follow
legally behind bets, or is it a user?
The user is placing the bets by deploying your personalized version of Billy. Billy, we have Billy.
KYC?
Agent 0, okay? No KYC. Billy is placing his own bets, deploying his own strategies. We make all those strategies available to end users to then deploy their own personalized version of Billy to follow and customize. So it is the user that's placing the bets. The funds are coming from the user's wallet, and your personalized Billy is putting it to work on your behalf.
I think you made a very good point about the KYC, because in one of my articles I was explaining why agents actually will dominate the Web2 area, and how crypto is the biggest onboarding event are agents in the next years into crypto. Because if you really truly think about it, the crypto in general, it's open 24/7. It's the fastest and easiest way to make global payments. An agent is capable of deploying smart contracts to be able to interact within each other or within humans. And as more as I see all of you guys also deploying agents and everything, it's truly remarkable. Then we always look for what is going to onboard the next 1 billion users, right? But I'm starting to think that we don't need the next 1 billion users as people. We need the next 1 trillion agents to move forward into the Web3 era, right?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, if you think about what does an agent represent to a betting exchange, it's the ideal customer. The agent a betting exchange is interested in volume, transaction volume and market making. An agent can make markets. An agent can bet all day. An agent can bet on live, consistently. So exchanges welcome agents. I think you're exactly right. I think that's where the next billion, at least in that category, how it works and how it shows up.
Yeah, for sure. And betting is a very interesting segment, because if you look at how things have changed in the actual usage and the actual users of recent months and in the last year, I think the pump fun era has shown that the 18 to 24 years old is the segment that is coming on chain. But if you look at the behavior of this segment in the university, when they go, a lot of them even spend 100% of their money, that they don't have a lot, sport betting, for example, to try to get to the end of the month. It's a complete new era of the 18, 22 years old. And the trenches, what we call the trenches, are actually the most accessible new way to get into generating wealth through Web3. And this is very important. Well, you can call it gambling, but in some way, I know very good narrative traders. And is it gambling to a certain extent? Like
closer to investing, perhaps, than gambling with some of the advancements.
Yeah, I think that where there is an edge, you're not gambling. If you're capable of having an edge into something, actually, you're potentially profitable. In football, I don't have an edge. Like, what is the edge? Like, did I pay the football people? Like, whatever, the team, maybe. Like, that would be an edge. But in the trenches, there is no real like full gambling. If you know, you can have a ledge into on-chain reading data, analysis of KOL flows, where the hype goes, and you can truly make something there. But to your point, this is very interesting because that onboarding moment is coming through this new segment, and I'm really looking forward to hold into it because the next generation of people that are coming on chain, they need to be cool. I don't know how to explain it, but if the trenches become a nerdish thing, and if agents are not cool, we're gonna lose the entire segment of young people coming into Web3, and that is going to be very sad because then we are left with just AIs using the blockchain.
I can make a small commentary, a follow-up. Yeah, so one interesting thing that I was thinking when preparing like to this event was actually there is one challenge on the AI side as well. So like blockchain is open 24/7. But like AI infrastructure usually isn't. So like there's a very nice article about like from DeepSeek. They are very open about what's like happening on their side with like money, etc. And they're showing that like their usage of DeepSeek, they have like multiple time zones, like Asian, European, US. But generally there's like a deep where they have very little like AI activity, like user activity. And during this time, you have discounts for using AI. You have the opportunity to like to update your servers, to do maintenance, etc. But like I'm just thinking, and it's the center for everyone, for any cloud business right now, for anyone running servers. Do the maintenance when people are asleep. But like agents, and especially agents that are motivated to trade in trenches 24/7, they won't be asleep. So like what the server like providers are gonna do? So I think like we'll have like use trading strategies also like timed to like when people on servers like are trying to do some maintenance stuff and try to like to counter trade this as well. So yeah, it will be like very interesting power dynamic in the coming like months or years. We'll see.
All right, guys, look, I think that's a great panel. I think we could sit here all day. I think we should continue probably this conversation off stage. I think we're out of time. So yeah, thank you so much for my amazing panel and obviously Daniele as well. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone.